Alright, welcome back to Mini Monster Mashers Understanding the Game. I've been told it's impossible to understand. It's unteachable. It's just too much. It may be the most complicated thing ever created. And we're going to break that myth right now. Okay, in the last video we talked about cards, which I know probably scared a lot of you. We're going to talk about mashing next. This is an advanced form of play which is not for beginners, but you may choose to do it as an adult and or child who comprehends what it is. Now, minions only have two abilities, a top and a bottom. Alright, if you were to take your two cards which you chose to play on the battlefield at one point in time, and you're playing advanced play, you can choose to mash these cards. Now, I know I just scared everybody on Earth at once, but what you do is, you say, okay, I don't like this monster's top attack. It would work better on this monster. And so you take, and you literally swap those two top abilities. You write it down on a piece of paper if you do. If we invent an app that lets you do it and print out a special version of your card, that would be super cool. But for right now, you just write it down. This monster now does this. This monster now does that. We're now going to talk about the more advanced cards, right? This one has too many. No, he doesn't. Okay. So, like I said before, a card has a head, a body, or arms, a body, and legs. Every single monster. In the starter deck, we don't have it. In the more advanced play, some monsters have items which can be interchanged before the match begins or if the card specifies. But we're going to go back to mashing an adult full-scale monster. Now, you can't swap somebody's head for arms. That wouldn't make any sense. It would be some kind of Cronenberg abomination. Those do exist later, but we're definitely not talking about that right now. But if you wanted to switch your two cards in play, or let's say you're playing with three cards in play, you now have the chance to swap anyone's head, arms. You cannot swap a body, as the body represents the hit points. Confusing, I know, but the card is essentially the body. Then you could swap the legs between the three, utilizing every piece. Now, normally what this is designed to do is make one monster incredibly OP and make these basically trash. But that does create a deeper level of strategy within Mini Monster Mashers, which allows for a much deeper and more complicated play for older kids or adults, and may or may not be legal in tournaments. That's totally to be decided. But understanding mashing is important. One of the fun facts, I have invented bosses as well. The bosses are set up just like our cards, but they're going to be physically a little bit bigger as far as I know, I hope. And those cards also can be swapped among bosses. So let's say you buy yourself a boss booster box. And you're like, wow, I really like the Gorgodon or the Black Dragon, but I would like a Gorgodragon or a Gonda Black. And so bam, you now can do it. But remember, one of the things about Mini Monster Mashers is that if you do any kind of mashing, your opponent does have to agree to that. You can't just be like, oh, I mashed, and they're like, what? To try and keep things fair and even for everybody. Okay, everyone, that explains the incredibly complicated game of Mini Monster Mashers utilizing mashing. Alright, thank you, and we're going to get started on our next video.